My father chose me, his firstborn child, to succeed him. He held to his decision until death. And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne. I mean to fight this war and win it.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
The Hightower's are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the king, or your house burns.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, we will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
I feel what I've begun.
Many weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace.
On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish, but Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction of vengeance.
Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
My uncle is a challenge I welcome. If he dares face me.
We will prevail and bring forth peace. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
All my life, I've endeavored to serve both my house and the realm, and somehow none of it matters.
Hold to your courage for the one true king, Aegon!
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Welcome back to the Throne of the Dragon podcast, the show that covers each and every episode of HBO's House of the Dragon. And in the off-season, we cover every chapter of Fire and Blood. I'm Josh, and with me, as always, is Curtis. Curtis, what did you think about the new trailers that they dropped on us?
I've got not a word, but a sound to describe. Hopefully this microphone will pick it up, but here we go.
So tasty.
So good. Chef's kiss. I'm so ready. And hey, HBO listened to my complaint. They gave me an actual date, Josh, June 16th. I'm so happy. That's all I wanted. It was a simple request, right? I wasn't asking for too much, right? Right?
I almost didn't catch that at the end of the episode.
What?
Or at the end of the trailer.
That's like the first thing I picked. It was like June 16th. I don't know
No,
what
'cause
else
in
happened
my
before that,
head-
but June 16th, man.
Like everything's just been saying June. So in my head, I was just like, oh, yeah, June,
June. What's that number at the end of it?
Really?
Yep. June 16th.
So we got the two new trailers, one for the Blacks faction and one for the Greens. We got those just a couple days ago. Do you have a preference on which trailer? I mean, we are a firmly Black faction on this show, but did you have a favorite trailer?
They're both really good. I don't know if like one really stood out over the other to me. What about you?
I think the one for the Blacks maybe. just
Okay.
because I'm a little bit more interested in the stuff that Damon's got going on.
Yeah.
Looks like he's
He
out
looked good in
there
his armor, bro.
rounding up supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really haven't gotten to see that black armor since the tournament
Right.
because whenever they were fighting in the Stepstones, he was wearing different armor.
He was wearing like
I
this silver armor or whatever.
yeah.
Wasn't he wearing the silver in the little clip where he was on horseback there in the trailer? Basically was telling people, you need to bend the knee to the queen, or harm's gonna come to you.
Well, when he no, he's on the back of Vermithor
Oh, okay. Yeah.
whenever that scene. But I'm pretty sure he's wearing his black armor there too.
Well, it looks silver to me.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Um did you have any obviously the trailer is just overall, we're
Right.
getting set for the beginning of this war.
Mhm.
We got to see a bunch of different dragons here, a few that we haven't really seen before.
Okay.
Um, I know, I think they'll make it more evident, but I don't know if you could tell the difference between Cyrax and Sunfire.
No.
Okay, so Cyrax, is Rhaenyra's dragon. It's
Right.
kind of yellowish, kind of gold color.
Okay.
And then Sunfire is like super gold.
Okay.
And I don't know how, they call him Sunfire the Golden.
I should
So I don't
probably
know how
add.
bright they're
Yeah.
gonna make that. It might. I feel like if they make it too bright, it's gonna look kind of cartoony. Yeah.
Right.
So
Um, I should probably add. So I've got the map of Westeros. I've got the Targaryen family tree that I usually use. I usually use those two things as reference.
okay.
Now I'll probably need to add a third one that's just like all the dragons and like their pictures.
Yep.
So that way I can keep it like that is Vermithor. Okay, yeah, that was yep.
Okay. Good. Good.
And their writer is yeah.
One of the ones shown in the trailer, I believe, is Dreamfire,
Okay.
and that's Helena's dragon.
Mhm.
Have we gotten to the chapter yet in Fire and Blood where Rhaena loses some of Dreamfire's eggs?
Yes, that's the chapter we're on right now.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was the one we just did or the one coming
Yeah,
up.
it's the one. Well, it's the one that we're working on right now that we're about to
Okay.
put an episode out on.
And there was kind of an interesting thing I saw about that or not Vermithor, Dreamfire, if that is Dreamfire,
Mhm.
she looks a lot like Dany's dragons
See,
when
you had
they're a
made
lot
mention
bigger.
of that. Yeah, you had made mention of that it was either we were in an episode or maybe it was off the record. Um, that you had a theory that you wondered if those three missing eggs ended up coming back around in Game of Thrones. And after reading it, it's like, I want to believe. I want to believe, Josh. I want to
Right.
believe.
And I'm pretty sure that's like a general
That'd be-
consensus,
That'd be pretty cool if it was, man.
Yeah. So that's, I think, could be why they're keeping those dragons kind of looking similar to each other.
Yeah.
Um, did you have were there any like standout moments for you? Like what was one of the moments that you saw where you're like, oh man, I can't wait to see what that's about?
Well, I don't know if I want to be. It's so weird to say it about this one because it sounds like the way you're saying is like, oh God, I can't wait to see that. But I'm curious about. There's a scene in the Green trailer where Alicent looked like she was in mourning, almost kind of like a funeral procession, and I'm kind of curious on, who died, man. I'm sure
Right.
you probably know from reading it, but yeah, I'm just kind of curious about that. And I think even, I mean, besides I'm sure we'll start off, with it's some type of kind of funeral for um, Rhaenyra's, son. Yeah, after what happened at the end of the first season.
Mhm.
But I felt like there was another one, like another funeral too, that was like on their side, maybe either in this trailer or the previous trailer.
In the previous trailer is where they show Helena like with the veil more
Okay.
featured.
Okay.
Yeah, she has like the black veil over her face.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one that I can think of off the top of my head that really stood out. The other, I guess if I had to pick one for one of each, going back to Damon and his black armor, I was like, what was that guy up to in the middle of the night in a storm, walking around a castle in armor?
Oh yeah.
What's he up to? What's he got going on?
What's that rascal up to?
What's that rascal up to this time?
Yeah. Um,
What about you?
for me, it's that scene between the two groups of young guys that I can never really get a straight look at their banners. And
Okay.
it's been shown in all three trailers from
Mhm.
different angles.
Okay.
In the first trailer, it was from front facing and a kid like drawing his sword and pointing at somebody else.
Mhm.
And then we see it from the side shot in, I believe, the Blacks trailer, and then like a just slightly different angle in the Greens trailer.
Okay. Interesting.
And yeah, I want to see what's going on there.
Let's see what's going on with those rascals. What are those
It,
rascals up to?
right. I like to think that they haven't shown us everything, but it does seem like from a lot of the stuff they've shown that this is going to focus a lot around this season's going to focus a lot around the Battle of Rook's Rest,
Okay.
which is like one of the first major
Battles.
conflicts that happens.
Okay.
Did you notice anything different about old Rice Krispie Cole over there?
Right. See, well, he had a haircut for one.
Yeah. Mhm.
Was there something else I'm missing?
Um, whenever they're charging into the trees, he's wearing the Hand of the King
Oh,
like necklace thing.
okay. Okay. Didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's why we keep you around for the little details.
He's
I'm more of a big picture guy.
yeah,
Ooh,
he's
look, a dragon.
Aegon's Hand of the King at that point. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Bye-bye, Otto. We don't need
yeah,
you anymore, old man.
right.
As Josh likes to say in the History of the Chorus podcast, get the hell out.
Get out. um Oh, this is one of the other things I wanted to talk about.
Let's talk about the North.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're heading back to the North, buddy. We didn't get that in the first season.
Right.
All
Can
we
you
got was
remember-
spring and summertime. That's it. I want
Yeah.
some winter. I want some cold. I want the wall.
Can you remember why we're going back there?
One of the sons. I'm sorry, right now names. There's way too many names with the Fire and Blood. I'm gonna have to go back and redo my studying when we get to the new season.
It's Jacaerys or
Okay.
Jace.
Okay. Yeah, that was his mission to go up north to basically what's the word? Reaffirm the oath or the sworn whatever you want to say.
Yeah, their loyalty.
Loyalty.
Yeah, Jace was supposed to go, Lucerys was just going to Storm's End and back.
Right.
And Jace was going to the Vale to meet with the Aarons, and then from there to Winterfell.
Right.
So I wonder how much they'll show us of the Vale, because it's a little more important, the stuff in the north and that connection between them. I think I told you the connection between Jace and Cregan is so strong because Cregan just got done, like, since him and his father went home from King's Landing in that time jump, where
Right.
they first swear to her, she's much younger. They go home, his dad dies, and then his uncle tries to usurp the lordship of Winterfell from him.
Right.
And so he's actually like imprisoned, I'm pretty sure. And
Nice.
yeah, it doesn't go good, but he rallies support to his side and they take back over. So
Okay.
he's just dealt with like a similar situation and been on their end of things where he was the rightful heir and was denied that by somebody more power hungry.
Gotcha. Okay.
So their connection's really important. We're not going to see I would imagine we don't really see hardly anything from him in the third season, and then he should come back around in the fourth.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
North is a big place, and in Game of Thrones we see this. It takes a lot of time to gather all these people together. The North was like the biggest kingdom, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So it takes a long time to, and the Starks rule over all that. So the houses at the very furthest points of the North got to make it all the way to their meetup spot, which is usually a place like Mokalin, which is
Right.
pretty close to the neck, like that's getting pretty far south by them.
Makes me think of Canada. And you've got like Toronto, Winnipeg down here. And then you've got stuff like, I think like Bismarck and all that stuff that's like way up north. It's like in the middle of nowhere. And it's usually like minus 50 degrees up there. It's terrific.
Yeah, it takes a while for those Bismarck
Who's living
troops
up
to
there?
get down to Toronto,
Right.
Um,
Or Russia. Who's living out on the east side of Russia? Nobody. Come on.
Did you have anything in either trailer that you were completely like stumped by that you were just like, I have no idea what that is?
All of it.
All of it? Well, I mean,
need
to the fine details, yeah, but those are guys riding into battle in the
right.
forest.
Yeah. I mean,
that
I can come to some conclusions.
yeah.
I'm just ready for June 16th.
Yeah. But was there anything that you were just completely like, I have absolutely no idea what's happening?
Not that I can think of. No scenes coming to mind off the top of my head. No.
Okay.
Am
We're
I
gonna
supposed
get,
to?
well, no, I mean, not really that I
Well, the
can
way
think
you, well,
of,
it's just funny the way you said, okay, is like, okay, you should.
Yeah, no, I mean, not that I can think of right off the top of my head.
Okay. If you're trying to lead me somewhere.
No. No, just a genuine question.
By a genuine fellow.
Well, did you have anything else to add about either of these?
I did. Just in case you missed it, June 16th, episode 1 of season 2 comes out.
Oh.
Okay. So just in case anybody else got tricked into it, like Josh, that just saw June and then just canceled. Like, oh, okay, it's just June. Okay. No, it's June 16th, Josh.
June 16th.
Sunday night. Now I'm just waiting on a time. What time am I supposed to be watching this, HBO?
It's usually like 8 p.m., right?
I don't want an estimate. I want a in writing such and such time, Eastern, Central, whatever.
I'm sure it's going to be 8.
Yeah, that's what I assumed was 8 o'clock. HBO guys are probably like, oh, spoon fed this kid. Come on.
And then we will be live reviewing the episode and giving our immediate reactions to it at 9 o'clock, right after.
Ooh. Can we make it 9:01?
Ooh, no, it's going to be a hard
fashionably late.
But yeah, so this year we're gonna, last year we did our episode summaries either a day or two later. This year we're gonna be doing them immediately after the episode. Pretty much no notes, just immediate takes and
just winging it.
Shock. I can't wait to talk to you after the end of the first episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Normal people fold their arms and say, I hate Game of Thrones.
Nice.
All right. Well, until June 16th, we still got a few more chapters that we're going to be pumping out in our
That's we're gonna
Fire
be
Emblem
back.
series. Huh?
We're gonna be back before then.
Oh yeah, we'll be back many, many times before
You can't get
then,
rid
so
of
we
us.
can get through the rest of these chapters. I think we've still got 4 to go. Is that right?
4.
Only
go.
4 chapters left until we are
Only
caught up with Blood and Cheese, which is going to be the first episode of season 1. So make sure that you guys follow along with us through those last couple of chapters. Do your rewatch now over the next few weeks of season 1, so you can be ready. I think that's it. We'll see you guys probably next week for... Oh yeah, definitely next week for the next chapter. So, alright. We'll see you.
Go team.